Hi guys. Welcome once again. Today I want to tell you about an experience that I lived through. Something that many people connect with what they call sete sub el muerto, when the dead sits on you, or sleep paralysis. Have you ever felt like you're lying down? Kind of asleep but at the same time awake. And you feel that something is touching you. Or watching you. Well. Today I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. An experience that even to this day makes my hair stand on end. First, a little bit of context. As I've mentioned in other videos, I normally live in the United States. But I come from a country where things are a little more, let's say, dark. There the streets are not as well lit as they are here. There's one light over here. Another over there. And like that. Everything feels more eerie. Right? When I first came to the United States I thought, here there's so much light. How is it possible that ghosts even exist? You think nothing supernatural is going to happen. But let me tell you, I was wrong. The first few months were complicated. We were all crammed into a little room. About 8 by 8 meters. There were 5 of us, my brother, 2 cousins, my uncle, and me. The beds were pushed right up against each other. There was barely any room to move, to get in or out. We had to walk sideways, like crabs. One of my cousins even slept in what used to be a closet. That's how life is when you've just arrived in the United States. In that house, there were already rumors of strange things. My cousins who had lived there before told weird stories. One said that one night, while he was outside, he heard a noise. He looked in through the kitchen window and saw a horrible face peeking in. But when he went inside, there was no one there. Others had also seen manifestations. Things they couldn't explain. In the little room where we slept there was a window that looked straight into the kitchen. The main door was off to the side. And from there you could see the whole area with the beds. My brother had a big bed and he told me, "Use your blanket. I'll use mine and we'll just fit here." Everything seemed normal. They warned me that if I heard strange noises, I shouldn't worry. That, sometimes they haunt this place. And I, 17 years old with my tough guy attitude, said, "I'm not afraid. If it's a ghost, let it come. And if it's a woman, even better." How naive I was. I swear to you I had to swallow those words later. One night, everything changed. We were all asleep. The light from the bulbs outside, the ones with motion sensors, came in through the window. So it wasn't completely dark. Suddenly I felt like going to the bathroom. But I was tired, lazy, and that urge wouldn't leave me alone. While I was lying there, I heard a noise in the kitchen. It sounded like someone washing dishes. Water running. Plates clinking. Spoons being moved. Then I heard something much stranger. Like a long, heavy chain. Falling to the floor. And it kept falling. Like it had no end. After that, there was a loud thud. As if a metal ball had dropped on top of that chain. I stayed still. Thinking. Who's in the kitchen at this hour? I looked around. My cousin to my right. My uncle to one side. My other cousin at my feet. And my brother asleep. All of them snoring. No one awake. I thought maybe it was another cousin who had come home late. Sometimes that happened. I told myself. He probably brought someone. Let's see what happens. I pretended to be asleep. With my eyes half open. Looking toward the kitchen. And suddenly, The sounds changed. The chain wasn't falling anymore. Now it was being dragged. Like someone walking with something tied to their foot. I heard footsteps. Slow. Very slow. Like someone carrying something heavy. The footsteps were getting closer to the room. My heart was pounding. But I kept pretending to be asleep. Then I saw her. She appeared in the doorway of the room. It was a figure with long, straight, black hair. Reaching all the way down to her belly button. She was wearing a white nightgown. One of those old-fashioned ones. She walked slowly. With her head lowered. Her hair covering her face. I watched her from below. Lying down. I couldn't see her feet. Just her body moving with a calm. That was chilling. She passed near my brother's bed. Then my cousin's. Then between my uncle's bed and mine. In that moment I thought. Maybe she's someone visiting my uncle. But something didn't add up. The door had never opened. And that door always creaked. Always. Suddenly. The figure stopped. She looked at my uncle. Then at me. I felt a shiver when she tried to touch my feet. I wanted to jump. But I couldn't. My body was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. Only my eyes. The figure touched my feet. Her hands weren't cold. They were like anyone else's hands. She slowly moved up my legs. My stomach. My chest. It was like she was examining me. Her hair brushed against my skin. And even though I couldn't see her face, I could feel her watching me. I tried to pray. I couldn't even do that. Suddenly. Her movements turned rough. As if something had disturbed her. She leaned over me. Very close. I squeezed my eyes shut. Her hair started to fall over my face. Covering my face. My neck. Her breathing was right up against my nose. It sounded like a soft snore. Not human. In my mind I was screaming. This isn't normal. This isn't human. My body felt heavy. Like I was trapped inside myself. After a few eternal minutes. The figure moved away. She walked toward the bathroom. The door was slightly open. Her dress moved in an unnatural way. She went in. And the door slammed shut on its own. With a loud bang. That woke some of them up. After that. My body slowly started to react. My fingers. My hands. My legs. I got up shaking. Turned on the light. Ran to the bathroom. The door was closed. From the inside. But no one was there. I told them what had happened. They didn't believe me. They said it was just a nightmare. But I was awake. I felt her hair. Her hands. Her breathing. It wasn't a dream. From that day on I was terrified to go into the bathroom. I would dream I was going to see her. There. In the steam of the shower. Some people say it was sleep paralysis. But I know what I saw. And that's how. Guys. This story ends. No matter how brave you think you are. If something like that shows up in front of you, you're not going to be able to move. Believe me. It changes you. If you want, I can tell you more stories later. For now, this is where the video ends. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your like. And take care. See you in the next one.